Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be making a tutorial video on a basic shooting mechanic that you can create in-game Creator 2. It doesn't require any paid assets. I'm going to be using free assets for this. I have a FX pack, a weapon pack, and an animation pack. I'll link everything in the description. This is just a quick basic tutorial on how to make a shooter. More for top-down games, isometric, mobile style, not really first and third person. There's no up and down to it, it's just left and right. So let's get started with this. So already I've opened my character, opened the root up, found my right hand. I am going to place a weapon in there. So I'm going to place this weapon in my right hand. And we're just going to make sure it's to scale here. I'm going to unpack it first. Alright, so you're just going to want to kind of just place it in this hand how it would be normally. I'm going to scale it down to 0.25. There we go. Alright, so once this is kind of in the hand, I'm just going to leave that there. Now, this is where the magic happens. This is how I'm going to make the shooting in this game. So first of all, under the gun itself, I'm going to create an empty. I'm going to call this shooting. I'm going to hold all our shooting mechanics within this right here. I'm going to create another empty from that. I'm going to call this start. I'm going to duplicate that. I'm going to call that finish. Actually, nah, I'm not going to do that one. I'm going to delete this one. For start, I'm going to add a marker. So under add component, we're going to type in MARK. There's marker. Alright. I'm going to move that kind of where the barrel would be. So my gun isn't exactly lined up. There we go. And now my marker. This is not looking right. Rotation 0, 0, 0. No. This is off. Hold on. I'm just going to reset the gun rotation here for a second. Okay. And holding control, I'm going to get snappier rotations. There, that looks just about right. Line that up with the hand, kind of. Alright, so now for the start marker, we're going to line that up right inside the barrel. Just like that. Alright, now I'm going to duplicate start. I'm going to call this one finish. And this is basically the path the bullet will take. So the bullet starts at start, ends at finish, and that's that. Okay, so we have start and finish. I'm gonna move my rifle into the player thing for now. I'm just gonna set a trigger that sets the parent of it to the right hand off the start. So just so I don't have to go through all this, I can just hide all this for now. So trigger on start. We're gonna set parent of assault rifle to the right hand, just like that. Now I can hide all this stuff. There we go. Alright, now let's see if we can find, hopefully there's some kind of tracer rounds in this. Effects, bullets, fire, smoke, muzzle flashes. Don't want that one. These are quite intense, okay. I didn't expect this pack to be quite like this. Anyways, we'll just use this one. I'm gonna rotate this. Actually, I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna build it right onto the start. There we go. Now, that didn't line up exactly how I hoped it for. It's a little ahead. So I'm going to do that. There we are. Alright. So that's our gunshot. And I'm just going to hide that for now. And I need something representing our bullet. I didn't see anything like that in here. So hopefully one of these packs has some kind of bullet. LowPoly Guns, maybe. Models, guns. No bullet, unfortunately. So we can just create one really fast. I'm going to right click on start. I'm going to create a 3D object, and I'm also going to create it into a cube. I'm going to scale this down to like 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. So maybe that's a good start, not quite small enough. I'm going to stretch it out like this, and then I'm going to put it down like that, and that. So this is going to kind of represent our bullet, and I made it long like this to kind of be like a tracer round. Alright, so we just want it just in enough that it doesn't pop out the barrel. I'm going to see if there's some kind of yellow material I can add to it so we know it's like a bullet. No, nothing like that. I'm going to just create a material real fast. So I'm going to create a folder, call it project, and this will just house all our stuff that we create ourselves for the project. I'm going to create a material, yellow. I'm going to apply this material to the cube. So now you see it's white up here, and then it will change color as we go. So yellow, in between yellow and orangey for our tracer round. Alright. And the cube itself, I'm going to rename this the bullet. Just so you guys can easily follow along. This is going to be renamed to gunshot. And bullet, we're going to remove the collider. And we're going to create an empty called collision. Add component, box collider. This box collider is going to be bigger than the actual bullet itself. This is going to be like 10 times as big. Because you want to make sure it actually hits. Maybe not lengthwise, but let's go back to 2 on that maybe. There we go. That's a good width for that hitting somebody. Even with that being 50 times bigger, it's still going to be hard to hit somebody. I'm going to go 100. Alright. So that's our bullet, and that's the bullet's collision. We're going to make sure we hit the trigger on that. And I'm going to add a tag. We're going to name this tag bullet. And I'm going to give this collision that tag under bullet. So when we have an enemy, we can set a health damage thing. So like if bullet tag enters that enemy, then you can ragdoll that enemy, something along those lines. Alright, so bullet I am going to turn off for now. Alright, and because I designed for mobile, you guys don't have to do it my way. I'm going to make mobile buttons to do this, or you could just assign inputs to do this as well, depending on what you're doing. But let's start with this. So I'm going to create combat controls. Combat. And I'm going to create a UI under that image. This is going to be our shoot button. Black 100. I'm going to make this bigger, 200 by 200. And I'm going to make it a circle. Then I'm going to create a game creator button to actually shoot the bullet. So button, this 2 is going to be that. I'm going to make this 175 by 175, just so there's some kind of little black background there. I'm going to go 175 with that too. I'm just going to delete the text. I know it's the shoot button, so I'm going to move this over here. Bring it down. Alright, and all this button is going to do, we're just going to set active bullet. That's all it's going to do. Okay, and we're going to let the bullet do the rest. So, bullet, we're going to add a new trigger on start. We're going to set active the gunshot to true. We are going to change position of the bullet, and we're going to move it to a game object, that game object being the finish. This is going to be in world space at about 0.3 seconds within linear time. You're going to wait for it to complete. After that, you're going to duplicate this. You're going to move the bullet back to the start in 0 seconds time, world space. You're going to duplicate the top one, the gunshot. You're going to set gunshot back to false. Duplicate that. You're also going to set bullet back to false. And that is that. Now when you click the button, you're going to start shooting. I don't have the animation, so my guy's not going to aim it in front of me, but I'll show you here that it works. See, there you go. It only seems to work once for some reason. Let me see what's going on here. So that's because the bullet is still active. Why the bullet is still active, I'm not sure. Button, set bullet to true. Bullet on start, true, move back, false, and then it should be false. I'm going to turn this back to self, set self to false. Alright, and maybe we're going to move this in 0.5 seconds too. Alright, I'm going to save that there. I'm going to leave that alone for a minute. I'm also going to give my character the mobile controls, just because it's starting to feel more mobile-y. I'm going to add some animations. So, if we click on our player, I'm going to click on mannequin here. I'm going to click on the complete locomotion. I'm going to duplicate that. And I'm going to drag this new one down into my project folder, because I'm going to kind of create it as my own. So I'm going to click on this, click on locomotion. Let's see, the idle animation right here. Didn't mean to click on that. Okay, so basically when you create into locomotion, it's these three you really want to worry about. That's your moving and your idle. So for idle animation, that's right here now. I'm going to open the animation pack. This animation pack is meant for giant mechs. I'm not sure if this is going to work on a humanoid, but here we go. Idle shoot. Let's see. Nope. Idle shoot. Yeah, that's what we want. So I'm going to drag and drop that onto here. And I'm just going to apply this new locomotion to my character just to see if this even works, otherwise I'll be wasting my time. Project, complete locomotion 1. Alright, let's see. Does this work for humanoids? It does, kind of, yeah. Perfect. Alright. So we're going to continue finishing editing this. So we got our idle, now we need walk. So I'm going to open this back up. There's running, here's walking. Run front. Let's drag this out. So I'm in walk, so I'm doing what? Okay, yeah, walk. So I'm going to drag the front to the forward. Okay. I'm going to drag the back to the backwards. Left is going to go left. And right is going to go right. And the back right, back left, front right. I've honestly never left those like that. Normally my animation packs have all of them, but so I'm kind of curious to see how that turns out. And for the run one, we're going to do the same thing, just under the run animations now. I knew I saw them somewhere. Run. Uh-oh. There's only 2 runs. Run guard? What does that mean? No, I don't want that. Run middle. That's what I want. So that's going to be forward. Alright, I'm just going to test this out right here, right now. I mean, the better animation pack you have, the more options you're going to get. So yeah, it works until I start strafing left and right because I didn't have options for those, but as long as you're walking forwards, I mean, it's pretty good. And my shooting still isn't working exactly how I want it. Yeah, I'm going to save that just as it is. Let's see what's going on with the shooting. So that's good. Gunshots. Okay, so it's either between the bullet or the shoot button itself. So the button simply activates bullet. Okay, that's fine. Bullet. On enable. There we go. Gunshot true, move bullet, reset bullet, gunshot off, bullet off. Maybe this is good enough to turn back to bullet. And that should work. I hope it was just the enable. Yep, we are good. It's working now. You can see the bullet flying across there. I'm going to move that bullet back to 0.3 seconds again. And this gunshot too. I really don't like this gunshot. Is there any way I can slow this down? Speed? No. Simulation speed, 0.1. World. 0.01001. 2, 3. No, nothing's working. Simulation speed. And start speed, start lifetime. Looping? No. Oh my, how long is this? Okay, I guess, yeah, whatever. We're just gonna have to deal with that. So that's a basic shooting mechanic. Now, mind you, oh, I meant to turn that back off. And I mean, yeah, like I said earlier, if you use paid packs, I can make a really good one through Cinti packs. But this is a basic one. I'm gonna quickly throw an enemy on here to show you how it works. Alright, and this, you might learn a thing or two from this as well, like enemy health damage. So I'm gonna go game creator, character. I'm gonna move this character, turn him back, and I'm gonna create a trigger on him. Create empty triggers. I'm gonna create another empty death. So for the death trigger, I'm gonna go trigger. Instead of on start, I'm gonna go on tag enter, on trigger tag enter, bullet, add instruction, ragdoll. Start ragdoll on character. Alright, and let me show you real fast what happens when I shoot him now. He should ragdoll. Maybe not. What's going on here? Am I hitting him, or? I definitely should be hitting him. Did I set the bullet impact? Oh, you know what it is I don't have a collision for this trigger, so I need to add a box collider. Box collider is a trigger. And let's just kind of shape it up for this guy. 0.5 to 0.5. Play. So yeah, you need to have a collider first, otherwise you can't collide. So this should work now. Boom. Now he's dead. Alright. Now what happens if I all of a sudden duplicate him, duplicate them, duplicate all of them, and again duplicate all of them. Hell, we'll duplicate all of them again too. Let's try this. Now all of a sudden you're taking down armies. Now notice how they all fall the exact same, pretty much. The skeleton on these ragdolls, they're kind of built like they're just gonna fall like that because they're pretty not the best built. You can always adjust skeletons and it will kind of give them different falling. That's all going to be later on in videos. I did touch down a bit on it on my survival series, as well as this kind of shooting mechanic too, but I just wanted to get it out there, showing that anybody can make a shooter with Game Creator. You don't need to buy modules. You can do this on Game Creator 1 and 2. And I think it works really well. I've made really good projects using this exact same method. Looks a lot better than this does. I don't like free assets. I love using assets, but they have to be high quality. But yeah, there you have it. I just murdered an entire room. And yeah. Notice how these bodies are making the camera clip through. I'm going to add a new layer. I'm going to call it no clip. Okay. I'm going to select all of these guys. I'm going to give them the no clip. Yes, change children. And then for the main camera, we have everything selected. I want to do everything except no clip. And let's try that. So I'm going to take down a whole bunch of people. And let's see. See, it doesn't affect the camera anymore. So just a quick little, another quick tutorial within a tutorial. And that's pretty much it. That's a basic shooting mechanic within Game Creator. Alright. So, I'll probably be posting videos, and hopefully by next weekend even. I'm going to be pretty busy this week, so this might be the last video for a couple days. hopefully there's enough on here to keep you guys going between all the videos. But yeah, again, thanks for watching, and I would love the support. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Alright, peace out.